Hello everyone, I am Mr. Indigo, and welcome to the Vision of Aurora Borealis. I have not played this game, and I feel it's better change of pace than Song of the Deep, because that game's really ticking me off, because I lost literally 15 minutes of footage. Anywho, let's start the game. I looked at this and it just, like, the final version just came out. Okay.
There is an Icelandic myth about the origin of elves. When God created Adam and Eve, he told them to take care of the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden was a paradise on earth, where both man and beast got along with fertile land to spare. One day, God told them that he would descend and visit them. Excited and also a bit anxious, Eve ran around checking that Eden was neat and tidy. But just before God came, Eve remembered she had forgotten to bathe two of her children. Seeing that God was just about to arrive, she hid her two unwashed children in the bushes so that God would not notice them. When God came to Eden, Eve happily showed him around, explaining everything about Eden to him and how she had kept it clean and orderly. She even introduced her cleaned and bathed children to him, and together they had tea. Seemingly satisfied by Eve's work so far, God inquired, "Is there anything else you want to say or show me?" Eve feigned ignorance and said, "No, is there anything you wish to know?" God frowned and hit the table with the palm of his hand. Lightning broke the sky. In a deep voice, God moaned, "What man hides from God, God will hide from man." And from that point onward, no one could see the two dirty children. The dirty children, ostracized from mankind by the will of God, lived on by themselves and built their own families. Whether they wish to or not, they can never integrate with the human race again. They became a race separate from humans, known as the elves. A little backstory. Legend has it that elves have abnormally big eyes and pointed ears. Obviously. Elves are usually invisible to the human eye, but the elves can show themselves if they want to. There's a consequence, however, if they show themselves. Oh god, I'm screwed. Lost Winter, taken in 2005, Iceland. Those were the only words printed below my favorite piece in the local museum. It was not the most eye-catching piece in the gallery, but the second I saw it, it captured my 12-year-old soul. Admission was free, so I went to the museum very frequently to look at it. What museum charges a free admission? Oh yeah, Japan. Never mind. There were no tall buildings, roads, walls, or fences. Everything contained within this frame represented the very idea of total freedom. I imagined myself in this white wilderness, flapping my arms and running around, being able to do what I want. Quietly, I wished to myself that I would become a photographer one day and capture my own statement of freedom. You will, buddy, you will. It's been many years since then, and sometimes I still wander around here. It's a lot more welcoming than home, after all. I'm back. Found a job yet? ... Kind of. Chris, you're 25 and you spend the entire day locked in your room playing computer games. That sounds familiar now, doesn't it? I'm talking about me. Shh, don't tell him I'm talking about me. Don't tell him, please. I've already graduated and got myself a job. I do work. Yeah, with your stupid cameras you can take perverted shots of cosplayers at anime conventions? Oof, that's harsh. I bet you're doing something funny with those pictures all day in your room. I don't have a joke for that. Well, I do, but gotta keep this PG-13. There's no good or bad things to take photos of. Besides, I am a professional photographer. I can make a living for myself. Yeah, then why don't you show us your skills by getting a photography award or something, you professional photographer, you? Just watch, I'll get one. Don't cry when I do. Yeah, as if you would get one. Who are these people? Are they like girlfriend and boyfriend, or they brother and sister? Just look, will you? I'm signing up for the competition right now. You hear me typing? I'm just filling out my name in this form. Yeah, sure. Why don't you get out of the house before you start talking big? I just bought my airplane ticket. What'd you just say? Are you okay? Oh, do you want a postcard? When I calmed down, I already found myself on the airplane to Iceland, wondering what the hell I was doing to myself. All for a photograph of the Northern Lights as my entry piece for a photography competition? How stupid am I?
Hey, I would love to visit Iceland. Everyone's so nice there. So's Canada. Canada's really nice. I completely exhausted my savings for this trip. Plane tickets, car rental, and hostel accommodation fees. They really stack up. Yup, it's not cheap. Especially in this economy. There goes my monthly budget for games and Figma products. Hold on. I gotta look that up. Figma products. Oh. That's what they are. I'll just throw some of these up on screen. Now. Lesson learned, don't argue with your little sister. I knew it, they were siblings. To make matters worse, I just crashed and my car died down. Car died down, or my car died? Roads are only paved in the city. Well, no one said Iceland was perfect. So I had an accident on the slippery dirt road out here. Not as bad as Colombia. The transportation system is rather poor in Iceland, and only recently did the government start planning the railway system in the capital region. I didn't get phone service, so I couldn't call the pool truck. What's a pool truck? Is it like a tow truck? Now I could only wait for someone else to come by. I took a sip of the hot water from my we're gonna meet an elf. From my thermal bottle and spat it out from disgust because of its strong smell of sulfur. How does hot water in a thermal bottle taste as sulfur? And number one, why would you spit it out if it smelt of sulfur? Dreaming of traveling to a faraway northern island sounds great at first, but having to give up urban convenience is another matter. Luckily, I landed at a nice spot in front of a glacier beside a volcano. Glacier might be an after effect of lava that exploded from the volcano, but most volcanoes are dormant, so I don't need to worry too much. Who knows? It's gonna be like jade, isn't it? Buried under that thin piece of ice might be an entire village. I got out of the car only to find myself smacked by freezing winds chilled with snow and ice. It's Iceland, what did you expect? Wait. Hold on. Iceland doesn't have ice. It has a little bit of ice, but doesn't have a lot of ice. I think you're talking about Greenland. Cringing, I quickly set my tent, my thermal bottle, and some dry food. The food I have left in my broken car is decreasing, and most of my savings are used up. I stared absent-mindedly at the sausages grilling on the portable stove. How did you get the portable stove working if your engine doesn't work? I'm not criticizing this game for being a bad game. I'm just saying, like, how do you get the portable stove working if you don't have a car? Because last time I checked, the portable stove needed a battery, and if your car just crashed and it doesn't work anymore, then the battery wouldn't work. I cursed to see my can of pickles empty. You have a can of pickles? You have a can of pickles. Well, just gotta hand it to the Japanese. They have cans of pickles, and the Canadians have bags of milk. Oh, I have an apple in the bag. I kicked the can away, and without moving my hips, stretched my hand as far as I could to reach the bag. Ah, too far. How did you go too far into a bag? Is there like a little lid in there that you go? Ugh. I slapped my knees and stood up. Huh? The apple was gone. Bitch stole my apple. I'll kill her! As I frantically rummaged through the mountain of trash to find the apple, I spotted a white ball that sped through my car. Sped through your car. A white ball sped through your car. Alright. Anything but my apple! I dumped the plastic bags and kicked the aluminum cans away frantically. Soon a white fur ball that was biting an apple stopped and looked at me. Oh god. Is it Bunny? Oh! Doggy eyes don't work for me, fella. The furry ball hopped away as I plunged towards it.
You can't beat me!
Catching sight of the slight red color moving away from me, I stretched my hands and tried to wring it out from its mouth.
Question mark, question mark, question mark.
What are you doing to Hope?
I turned her. Oh, crap. I turned around towards a female voice.
Oh, she's hot. She's hot. Hold on.
You thief!
The white ball pranced to the girl and looked up with the apple in its mouth. I'm just thinking of this voice to give her.
Did that guy feed this to you?
The fox looked at me and turned his eyes back to the girl again. Not the puppy eyes again. The girl glared at me with animosity and then slowly turned away. Hey, I didn't mean to give him that apple. He just stole it from me. I don't care. Goo. The white ball slowly walked to my bag and put the apple down. Goo. The girl looked back, confused for a second. Dang, she's hot. I hope I get to plow her later. Hey, Hope, let's go. Goo! Looking a bit unsatisfied, the fox walked around my feet. Goo! The girl looked at me pleadingly. Dot, 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 dot. We stared at each other for a while.
Staring contest!
I guess you're innocent. Sorry if this is coming up. I'm just taking screenshots.
No apology?
The girl looked away with a straight face. The fox didn't seem to want to follow her. She sat on the side of the road and looked sullen. What a waste of my time. Forgot to bring your smartphone. Oh God. Smartphone? Got to fix my car. Can't you just grab this ball and go already? He's called Hope, not a ball. I suppose you're called Despair. What? Don't tell me you're really called Despair. Gryla. Call me Gryla. The name's Chris. Nice to meet you. Gryla stretched her right hand to demand a handshake from me. I shrugged and waved my hand.
Too late for that, man.
She pouted and then turned her head away furiously. My hands were stained black from the gasoline in the car. Rubbish car. I kneeled down to have a look at the car's bottom. It's getting hot in here. Even though the car was turned sideways over on the ground, there wasn't a major problem with the gears, only scratches here and there. I just couldn't find a way to start the car. Hey, mind grabbing that tool for me? Do it yourself, you have arms. Okay, just sit there all you want. Dot dot dot. Don't you feel cold sitting there? I'm fine, I'm used to this weather. Gryla crossed her arms and inhaled deeply to hide her shivering. I bet her paper-thin clothes would do nothing in this weather. Yeah, that's because she's supposed to be living in Iceland, not Greenland. Hey, you want a cup? I'm making tea. No. It's Earl Grey with citrus peels, not that bad. Only if you insist. Only if you... I'm gonna have a heart attack. Placing the tea leaves and citrus peels in the container of the thermal bottle, I poured hot water in the bottle and gave it a good shake.
That's awesome!
What a crude way to brew tea.
Gets the job done quick and fast, though. Here, take a sip.
Okay. Hope don't get... Oh, no! Hope hopped on Gryla's feet and the cup slipped from her hand, splashing the hot tea on my hands and chest. Well, at least it wasn't his dick. My fingers and chest are burning in pain. Why isn't there anybody in front of this? I want this animated. My fingers and chest are burning in pain from the spilled tea. I quickly stuffed my hands into the snow and on the ground, and then pulled my shirt off hastily. Hey, don't move! Gah!
Was that just like a metal,
I slipped on the floor of ice and landed on Guy. My head hurts. I found myself lying on top of Gryla, who was confused and at a loss. Congrats, you got stuff on your boobs. Ugh. We stared at each other for a few seconds. Get off me!
Sorry!
I quickly stood on my feet. As I pulled myself up, I noticed something weird about Gryla. Gryla's ears looked artificial. The tops of her ears are pointed and the point... I knew it! I knew it. Are pointed and the points stretch all the way to the back of her head, but it looks more realistic than any cosplay I've seen thus far. I didn't know that self-centered princess in that winter Disney movie had pointed ears, though. Just make a bad joke, just written in horrible English. I stood up and studied her body again. She had all the traits of a normal girl, but with a cool cosplay, pointed ears, and a face too. Face too pretty to be true. Just listen to this music for a second.
Stop looking at me so pervertedly.
I didn't. I don't even like cosplay anyway.
Cosplay?
Never mind. I brushed out the snow from my body and went back to fixing the engine. As I bent down to open the car's hood, a white ball of fur moved around my legs.
No.
It's you again.
Goo, goo, goo.
Take some food and leave me alone.
Goo.
I grabbed my backpack in the car and took a slice of old ham from inside and threw it on the floor. Hope stared at the ham closely.
Goo, goo.
Hope sniffed it for a second and then ran off with the meat in his hand.
No, don't eat it.
Let him eat it and go.
No, it's not good for him.
You need some food too?
No thanks, I'm not that hungry.
Okay, I have some scar bought from the supermarket. I can't finish it by myself.
I have cooked dinner already.
Gryla stared at the cup of scar.
I'm slowly moved it towards her face.
Dick. There's no scared of it. Gryla freaked out but quickly regained her posture. She just looks happy.
Stop fooling around. I'll take one.
What flavor do you prefer?
I like it plain. Vanilla flavor scar isn't bad either.
Then that will be. I took a scar in a spoon and she quickly snatched it from me. She is rather easy to understand when it comes to food. Gryla took a spoonful and her face brightened up.
No, yogurt is better than skyr.
Skyr is a kind of yogurt, you know. Yogurt? Do you mean yogurt?
It's different.
Gryla wolfed down the yogurt in a matter of seconds.
Well, I'm done with this at the moment.